Good morning, everybody. JC Kane here with a complete walkthrough of the qualifying round played in the Pro Division in the ongoing St. Patrick's Day Tournament 2022. Please keep in mind that these are my shots. Some plays are derived from previous tournaments, while some are new to adapt with the wind. Also, to cater lower level drivers, that is Extra Mile 7, Rock 7, and Apocalypse 3, I have these drivers as my base. If you are using high level drivers, then you will need to adapt accordingly. Before you continue with the video, a quick shout out to George Morehouse and Tom McGahan for their generous donations. Your donations are used to buy practice tokens so I can create more, better, and consistent approaches. If you like my content and would like to appreciate my channel and support the channel, the PayPal link is in the description box. Just so you know, I do not have a team. I do all the work by myself, including short creation, video editing, and now guide making. So any donation will be highly appreciated. Please consider at least one practice token on every hole before you play your round, so it gives you a good idea of the approach and then you can make your own tweaks. Having said everything, let's jump on to hole number 1. Hole 1 par 4. Here I'm using Extra Mile level 7 along with a katana ball. 1/3 of the red ring inside the rough on left at plus 11 yard mark. 4.5 toss spin and 2 bars of left spin. Now, even if you're playing with EM8 or EM9, do not use more than 4.5 bars of toss spin because we are looking for a specific yardage here. Because if you roll higher, then you will not be able to adjust for the second shot using the long iron. So very important. Max plus 10% on the drive. Center the ball and hit perfect. Perfect ball. .363 yards. The second shot will be played with Grizzly level 7 plus. So see just right there, you will use one toss spin and one left spin. First you set the spins, very important, one top and one left every single time. Then I try to look for a sweet spot so the ball guideline is firm. You need to have the ball guideline going through the hole, that is very important. Just like that. Then the second shot will be played minimum distance without any elevation, so min plus 0. Now keep that in mind. There is no margin for error. You will need to hit perfect. Otherwise, with a great left and right, you will miss it. So always try to hit perfect. Min plus 0, second shot. Hit perfect. And I have dropped this shot about 3 times now. So it will work every single time. And if you miss, you will just miss on the edge. But that is highly unlikely. Hole 2 par 3. Here we have a very difficult cross headwind. I'm going to play with my sniper level 10 along with the Kingmaker ball. It is the NMT position, so make sure you start with the power 3 ball. Then the spins I'm going to use is 3.4 backspin and 2.5 left spin. Notice how the ball guideline curls down on the left. Adjustment is minimum distance plus 20%. Now I have dropped the shot only twice, so I cannot guarantee on the consistency. And with the headwind, it becomes very difficult. If you get a strong wind, like more than like 5.6, I would recommend adding 0.1 to 0.2 left spin extra to compensate for the heavier wind push. But again, a very difficult wind on already a very difficult par 3. Min plus 20, power 3 ball numbers. Hole 3 par 5. Again, we have a crosswind, kind of hinted with a headwind as well. At complete max, using rock level 7, blue ring touching the rough on right, just like that, using a Kingmaker ball. Then we swap to Apocalypse sniper bag. We will be applying 4.5 toss spin along with 3 bars of right side spin. This shot can be played with Epoch 3 plus. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 10%. The reason why we switched to an Epoch so that you don't need to apply any OP with the rock. The left side of the ball touching the outer ring and apply necessary OP. We adjusted one ring, so I apply one ring OP, and the drive is pretty safe. Consistent yardage I got on 3 attempts, 347 yards. Second shot will be played with your sniper level 10. Now, just to give you a heads up, I'm not playing this one for an albatross, I'm just playing for a safe eagle. But if you get a good roll and if you really want to push it hard, then I would recommend putting your yellow ring by the bunker instead of red. You see, I'll put half of the red ring or some portion of the red ring inside the bunker so that I have cushion for a great left or right. Again, if you really want to push it for the albatross, put your yellow ring by the bunker. See, I pull back now, I keep the red ring instead. Second shot, max distance minus 10%, since we are going uphill, so it's a negative elevation, max minus 10%. Again, it's a for safe eagle. You want to approach for the alba, keep the yellow ring by the bunker. Adjust and hit perfect. Take a very nice bounce, very nice roll, and we are in for a very short putt for a safe eagle on hole 3 par 5. Hole 4 par 3. Here I would recommend packing the long iron, either the backbone or the grizzly, so you have a firm min line just like that. Yellow ring by the rough, then you apply 1.9 backspin and some right spin to have the ball guideline going straight at the pin. Now this shot I played minimum distance plus 45%. However, I would recommend playing min plus 35%. Now you will pull with a 1159 pull angle and you will pull along the min line. Very important, you see I pull along the min line. And once you are done with the adjustment, you will apply underpower. See the underpower I have just right there. Try to hit perfect. You will be safe on the first fairway, plenty of room. Now, max plus 45 was too much. Max 35 will get you closer or maybe in the hole for a hole in one. Hole 5 par 4. Here we have a kind of sender twin, but since we are catering to low level clubs, EM7 won't be able to make it over the water. Keep that in mind. So laying up using the quarterback level 9 plus at top of plus 3, blue ring by the rough, just like that. With spins added, 3 toss spin and 3 bars of right spin. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 10%. I don't know what happened here, but it was a replay glitch. Max plus 10% on the drive. 3 top, 3 right spin. Now notice the amount of curl I apply. Great left, but we can trust the accuracy of quarterback. We take nice bounce, aiming a drive yardage somewhere between 310 to 315 yards. 310 for us. Now on your turn, you will push your club to absolute max line. You see I did with my Hornet level 7, just like that. At absolute max line. Then you will apply toss spin, having the ball cut line going through the hole. Very important. Longer drives will have red ring by the rough, some will have yellow ring, so it would vary. But the ball guideline should be going through the hole with toss spin added. Adjustment on the second shot is max plus 0. Max without any elevation. Center the ball and hit perfect. Perfect ball, and you will see we'll take a nice rough bump. Come in very nice dead center at the pin for a sweet eagle on hole 5 par 4. Hole 6 par 5. Here we have a very supportive tailwind. I would recommend playing this one with the big topper level 4 plus because we need all the toss spin possible. Once you have the toss spin and the left spin set, make sure your ball guideline is going centered through the little narrow fairway on the second island. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 10%, and then you will push your target to max. Max plus 10, push to max. Center and hit perfect. Not trying to go anything like not trying to do anything crazy on the drive. You can play with a Zerg if you want and then use the Guardian backspin approach, but I don't think that's necessary here, at least in the qualifying round. 416 yards on the drive. Second shot will be played with your sniper. Here I am going for a rough bump. However, I do not find the rough bump approach very consistent because you have different rollouts. Like you see, first I try max backspin and 2 left spin approach with the sniper, trying to find a sweet spot. But then I would realize, okay, I needed a kingmaker because that extra bar of left spin would have helped. So instead I went with the rough bump. If you want to use a kingmaker, you can use, but then you will need to apply some OP on the drive because you will be cutting the wind down. So many parameters to keep in mind. Adjust the spins to have the ball guideline going through the hole while making the rough bump. Now I played second shot mid +0, medium distance without any elevation, and I will miss this one by 1 green square to the left. So what I would recommend is to try medium distance -10% instead. Consider a practice token because this rough bump is quite risky. If you miss the rough, you will be in the rough on top. So consider a practice token and try mid -10% instead. Hole 7 part 3, a very good opportunity for a hole-in-one, only if you get the offset correct. First you set the spins, 1 back spin and 1 bar of right side spin. Then you will have the yellow ring touching the rough, just like that, and the ball guideline going on the right side of the dark green column on the right of the pin. This will be highlighted in the guide, so do not need to worry about that. Adjustment will be maximum distance +10%, max +10. Very important. Now you will see I will miss this one by the closest of the margins because anything closer would result in a hole-in-one. Again, offset is everything. Consider maybe 1 or 2 practice tokens and try your offset by yourself. And again, compared to hole 2, hole 7 is a very good chance for a drop in the qualifying round. Max +10 on the shot. Hole 8 par 4, once again a very good opportunity for the eagle. If you have the big daddy clubs, you can go on the right side and Zerg and just blast it to the green. If not, we are playing on the left side at max stretch position with spins added, 4.5 toss spin and 2 bars of right side spin. At max stretch, red ring by the rough on left. Then we make an adjustment, that is maximum distance +10%, and then we push our target to max. Now, depending upon the roll you get, 395 to 400 yards or 400 to 4 or 5 yards, the elevation would vary on the approach shot. Now you might find it weird, like how will the elevation change based on the drive yardage. It is because we are not playing a linear hole here. You will see there is a slope, like slope is going down. So if you get a better roll, you will roll more down on the fairway. See, 393 is a short drive. Now from 393, what I did is I played mid +10% and I will miss on the right. So if you are somewhere between 395 to 400 yards, or not say 400, let's say 395 to 399 yards, I would recommend playing medium distance +5%, not 10%, because I played 10% on this video and I will miss on the right. Now if you roll higher, if you roll 400 to 4 or 5 yards, you will play medium distance without any elevation. Again, it all depends on the roll. If you get a longer roll, then you will have more flatter surface to work with. If you get a short roll, you will have a little downhill approach. See, we do hit perfect, but medium +10 was just a little too much and we miss on the right. Mid +5 would have dropped for a safe eagle. Final hole, hole 9 par 5. Here you will see a daunting headwind, but don't worry, I have a very safe approach for the eagle. At +12 yard mark, using rock level 7+, red ring by the rough, and you swap to Apocalypse Horizon bag. 3 right spin and 0.5 back spin. Once you have that, you will make an adjustment, that is maximum distance +5%, max +5 on the drive. Again, we are swapping to an APOC so that you don't pull into OP using the rock. Little less than half ball right curl, we try to hit perfect. Perfect ball. Our aim is to only be safely on the fairway. You see, we are dead center on the fairway, very safe for our second approach shot using the Horizon, 306 yards. Now we are using Horizon exclusively for its toss spin. You will need to hit perfect. Great shots are not good. Use all the toss spin. Horizon level 2 plus, 3 plus will work. Then I try to stretch out to see how many rings I will need to apply OP without pushing up my target. That was like 4 to 5 rings. Max plus 10 on the adjustment. And then I will apply 4 to 5 rings of OP as well. Do not apply more OP because you might directly land in the rough. And do not apply less OP because the last thing you want to do is have a very long putt. You can play the wedge at 30%, but if you have a long putt, then it will be very difficult. Here, max plus 10, very safely in front of the pin for a nice eagle on hole 9, par 5.